So today we will learn about the stomach. This is the part of the gastrointestinal tract which is present between the esophagus and the small intestine. Esophagus and a small intestine. From esophagus it is connected through an orifice which is known as cardiac orifice. And from a small intestine, that is first part of the duodenum. Duodenum is part of the intestine, a small intestine. First part of duodenum, it is connected with first part of duodenum with pyloric orifice. Now parts of the stomach. Cardiac part, the four parts are there: cardiac, fundus, body and pylorus. In some books, we are not saying that they are saying only three parts: fundus, body and pylori. But it is better to know four parts, that is cardiac, fundus, body and pylori. Cardiac part is around near the orifice or cardiac orifice. Fundus above the opening part of the stomach, above the pyloric, above the cardiac orifice, and body from fundus to pyloric end. Pyloric end starts from angularis, incisura angularis to the end of the stomach. This angularis, incisura angularis is present on the lesser curvature. There are two curvatures, greater curvature and lesser curvature. It is present on the lesser curvature. Now, structure of a stomach. The stomach is structure of a stomach is like that of normal GIT, which we have learned. The outer, from outer to inner, serosa, muscular layer, submucosa and mucosa. Muscular layer has three layers: outer longitudinal, inner circular and innermost is oblique muscle, which is arranged in a fan-shaped pattern. Then submucosa and mucosa. Mucosa, as usual, it is having three layers: laminar layer, then muscularis mucosa, and then mucosa. Here, characteristic feature of mucosa is that it is thick and covered with visible mucin, and they are folded into these mucosa are folded, and so that when food comes into the stomach, it is stained. These are the mucosa. Glands are present in the mucus layer. Glands are present in the mucus layer. So they are known as gastric glands, and product of this gastric gland is known as gastric juice or gastric secretion. So starting from gastric glands, they are, on depending upon the site where they are present, it is divided into pyloric, fundic, fundus and cardiac, fundus and pyloric. We may say like that: cardiac, fundus and pyloric part. So cardiac and pyloric glands secrete mucus, and fundic part जो है, fundus gland जो है, that secrete hydrochloric acid and other enzymes, etc. In fundic gland, there are four types of cells: isthmus, neck, oxyntic cells, and chief cell. Isthmus cell and neck cells secrete mucin, and neck cells are capable of regeneration of the layer, and they may regenerate the gland also. Then oxyntic cells are also known as parietal cells. They secrete hydrochloric acid. Then chief cell is they secrete pepsinogen and other enzymes. Regulation of gastric juice. These glands secrete gastric juice, which is 2.5 liter daily, and this is acidic in character, components is organic and inorganic or electrolytes, etc. Or inorganic, there are mucin is there, then electrolyte, sodium, potassium, hydrogen are present here, and this electrolyte will form hydrochloric acid. Now, postprandial alkaline tide. What is postprandial alkaline tide? During secretion of hydrochloric acid, chloride ion replaces bicarbonate ion. SCO3 comes out of the cell into the bloodstream, and chloride ion goes inside the cell, and then in the nuclei of the augenic cell. From there they form hydrochloric acid. So bicarbonate, when there is secretion, just after that, their hydrochloric acid is secreted more, and then this will cause increased bicarbonate ions in the blood, raising the alkalinity of the blood, and this bicarbonate ion is also excreted in the urine, making it alkaline. So this is known as alkaline tide. Phases of gastric secretion: cephalic phase, gastric phase, and cephalic phase, gastric phase, intestinal phase, and postprandial phase. These are controlled by cephalic phase, that is thought side, will increase the secretion of gastric juice. Gastric food material in the stomach will raise the secretion of gastric juice. The components of the gastric juice will differ. If there is protein, then more pepsinogen are secreted, and likewise intestinal. When food comes into the stomach, intestine also produces, stimulates the production of gastric juice. Then intradigestive phase, during when there is no activity of stomach, no thought, etc., then but even then there is gastric secretion is going on. That is known as interdigestive phase of gastric secretion. Then controlled by neural and chemical features. Functions: storage and digestion. Number 2, bactericidal effect by hydrochloric acid. It helps in absorption of vitamin B12 by production of intrinsic factor of Kessel, which will combine with extrinsic factor of Kessel, and this coupling is very resistant to enzymes and acid, and they comes into the small terminal part of intestine, where they will form, where vitamin B12 is absorbed, and this part extrinsic factor is excreted. Now, intrinsic factor is excreted. Extrinsic factor, that is vitamin B12, is absorbed. When there is deficiency of vitamin B12, when in gastric juice intrinsic factor is absent, and for example in gastrectomy, or when there is gastric hurry, or terminal ileum is not present, then there is deficiency of vitamin B12, leading to pernicious anemia. Okay. Nervous phase, neural phase. In neural phase, we see that acetylcholine is a potent stimulant of gastric secretion. Acetylcholine secreted from parasympathetic nerve goes to the muscarinic M3 receptor on the augenic cells, which is very much in abundant in these augenic cells. They will cause or stimulate the process of secretion. Then other cells, G cells produces gastrin, D cells produces somatostatin, Mark cell produces histamine and arginine. All these things will produce G for gastrin, D somatostatin must, that is histamine. All they will block the action of secretion of hydrochloric acid. Argentifin also blocks or inhibits secretion of gastric HCl. It is all the function, and in function one thing is there, that it helps in absorption of vitamins, some types of protein, alcohol, and water. Especially when there is dehydration, then it will increase in water absorption. And digestive function is there. It digests protein, 30% protein, by action of pepsinogen. Pepsinogen is pro-enzyme that it is stimulated by to become active become inactive for by acidic media and by autocatalyzation. That is, pepsinogen is converted into pepsin by hydrochloric acid, and then this this pepsin will also stimulate formation of pepsin by pepsinogen. This is this is all about stomach in short. This is oversimplification of this gastric juice or gastric secretion. We will learn about HCl secretion in detail in next class. Thank you.